Lovely starshine lights my way to bed. Magic rainbows glisten in my head. Just like a child I live in Wonderland. All my dreams are coming true.
Hi and welcome to Handmade by Ditsy Tulip. I'm Mel, and in today's video I'm just going to walk through some of my plans for November. I haven't in the past done a great deal of plans videos because I'm not always that good at sticking to them, but I did do a plans video in October and I found that it helped me keep on track on what I'm making, and also looking at the stats on what videos get most watches, etc. It seems that people really love plans videos, so I thought I would share some of my plans in November, but don't necessarily hold me to them all because I do sometimes like to change my mind. So the first thing that I wanted to show you is some absolutely gorgeous tweed fabric that I've got and what I plan to make with that. This is the most gorgeous, I think it's called Donegal, and from Ireland, tweed, 100% wool tweed, and it's absolutely super quality. I'll bring it in and show you the close detail in a second. And I actually got this from Amazon. I never knew that you could get fabric from Amazon, and I was actually searching for something different and I stumbled across this, and it was an absolute bargain. So this Donegal tweed, in other fabric shops it's about £69 a metre, but on Amazon it was £11.99 a metre. So I bought 3 metres of it. Let me just come in and show you the detail. There we go, so you can see it's absolutely gorgeous. It's super quality. I mean, just look at that selvage edge. It's beautiful. So, because I've got 3 metres, there'll be a couple of things that I can make out of that fabric. But the first thing that I'm going to make is the Chanel style tweed jacket. Apologies if this has gone a bit disjointed. I've just been filming and a huge big wasp about this big has just come flying at me. In November, a wasp. So just had to get the husband in to come and dispose of it. So where was I? I'm making the Chanel jacket. Now I did share in my October plans that there was a Chanel jacket that I wanted to make, and I did make that, and I'll tell you more about that in a second. But several people on here suggested the Vogue 7975, so that is the pattern that I'm going to use to make a jacket out of that gorgeous tweed. And then I will have probably about 2 metres left over, so I've not decided what I'm going to make with that yet. So the tweed jacket from my October plans, I found that I'd got this pattern in my stash, which is the Simple Sew notch collar jacket, and I thought it looked nice, so why spend some money on a different pattern when I've got one in my stash. And I did make it up in that nice brown, I don't know what really this fabric is because it was from the remnant baskets, but I did make it up in this lovely fabric, and I am pleased with how it looks and how it's sewed together. However, really not pleased with the sizing and the fit of this jacket. Now, I didn't make a toile. I very often don't, although I suppose you could say that I do, because I'll use the kind of remnant fabric. I would never go straight in with something like that tweed without making some kind of toile first, but I don't tend to make a muslin toile. I'll make one out of a cheap fabric, hoping that it'll kind of be wearable. But this one, let me put it on and then I can show you what I mean. Okay, so this is the jacket, and it looks nice. I love the length of it. I love the collar, the notch collar, but the sleeves are awful. So I thought it was a bit weird when I cut the patterns out, because the sleeves on this are symmetrical. So on the front and the back of the sleeve, it's the same size. And so then when I've stitched it together, it just really cuts in under the arm there, because it just hasn't got enough movement in it. And I think it's too small in the back as well. So you can see there, it's kind of pulling. So, although I'm really pleased with how this looks, I will probably get very little wear out of it because I just haven't got enough manoeuvrability in it when I'm wearing it. So let me just get back to my nice loose cardigan so I can carry on with the video. Okay, so yeah, I definitely hate to say this because I don't very often leave bad reviews of things, but I really wouldn't recommend that jacket pattern unless you do make like a muslin toile and really sort out what's going on with those sleeves, because I'm sure that must be, I'm no expert at pattern drafting, but I don't think I've really come across a jacket sleeve before where it's the same size at the front and the back. So the next plan that I have got is the Sew Over It Pussy Bow blouse. So I went to Sew Up Northwest last Saturday, which was arranged by the lovely Boz from Fabric Magpie, and it was a really enjoyable day. So it wasn't like one of our normal sewing meetups where we go fabric shopping. We actually took our machines with us, and Boz had arranged that we sew in a village hall and things. So we took our machines with us and we did some sewing, and then we had some competitions for best dressed and some swaps where we took like a goodie bag and did swaps and things like that. And I got third place for the best dressed, and what I won is this Sew Over It Pussy Bow blouse and some nice plain black fabric. So the reason I don't normally wear a lot of black, but I have finished my closet case patterns Jenny overalls, but the trouser version, in this gorgeous Liberty of London needle cord, which I did show. I'll just put a card up to the overalls video that I filmed, so I did show you more up close this fabric. And I really can only wear these with plain tops because there's quite a lot going on in the bottom. So I thought a black pussy bow blouse would go really well with these, and I think I will wear that outfit lots at work. The next plan that I have is a deer and doe skirt. I can't just remember the name of it, but I will put some text in and some pictures or video of which pattern I mean. And I want to make that out of this gorgeous Dupion silk. It's in a gorgeous bronze colour, and because that skirt has got nice deep pleats, I wanted a fabric that's got quite a bit of structure in it, so I thought it would work well with this silk, and it will give it that nice structure, and this silk is supposed to be lovely to work with as well. And the reason why I've chosen that pattern is because, a bit like the Tilly and the Buttons Ariel pattern, it hasn't got a standard waistband. It's got like a facing which finishes the waist, and I find those types of skirts much more comfortable. So this is actually going to be my November Minerva Crafts blogger network post, so that will be probably next on my list because I want to get that made up and photographed and things, because my blog posts go live on the 4th Wednesday, I think, of every month. So yeah, I'll keep you posted with that. Let me just bring you the fabric up close. So it's got a nice sheen to it. I really like the rawness of the silk, and I just love how it sounds. Next up is the Sew House 7 toaster. Is it toaster? Yeah, toaster sweater. I know I'm very late to the party on this one. I'm probably the only person in the sewing world who hasn't yet made a version of this, but I haven't. But I do plan to make my first version this month. It's version 1 that I want to make, which has got the nice funnel neck, and again, because I don't tend to make muslins, I've got some fabric that I got from the remnant basket at Abercam, this nice mustard knit. Again, not really sure what it is. I'll bring it in close and show you in a second, but I thought that would make a nice cozy version of the toaster sweater. So let me just show you this. So it is kind of ribbed on the right side, but then if you look on the wrong side, it is fleece backed. So yeah, I thought that would be a good fabric to use because it's not got too much stretch in it. It's nice and cozy, and I hope it'll be comfortable with it being a bit fleecy on the back. Not sure how this fabric will last and how it will wash. It doesn't feel the best quality in the world, but with it being kind of the first run at the sweater, I really want to use something which hasn't cost me a lot of money in this. I'm not sure how much I've got here. I think I've got a couple of meters and it was about £4 or something like that from the remnant basket, so probably cheaper than buying some. And then the final thing that I want to make is the named clothing. Again, I can't remember the name of it. I'll put some text in with the name of it. It's a shirt and dress pattern, and I'm actually wearing the shirt version now. This is a shirt that I made last year. I absolutely love the collar. Let me just show you. So yeah, what I really love about this pattern is the shape of the collar. It's like squared off, and then I use like little gold plastic snaps rather than buttons. And this is the Atelier Brunette, I think it's called Bye Bye Birdie fabric. So this is the fabric next version. It's a Liberty of London Tarna lawn. It's got a lot of print on it, but if you can look closely, it's birds which have got pearls around them, so it's quite a nice and romantic fabric. I actually got this fabric, I don't know if it was last Christmas or the Christmas before. I think it was the Christmas before actually, in the Liberty of London sale. So I brought this directly from Liberty and it was half price, which would have made it about £12.50 a metre or something like that. So I actually want to make the dress version of that pattern using this because I think it's a nice one for winter because it's the darker colours, but with the nice detail in the fabric, it'll make it a good one for going out when I'm going out for meals over Christmas and things like that. So that is my final plan. So that's it. I think there's definitely enough there to keep me going throughout November, and I will share my makes as I go on the videos on YouTube, so do keep tuned in to see how I'm getting on. If you've enjoyed this video, then do give me a thumbs up. It really helps, and I always read your comments, and wherever I can, I do get back and answer the comments as well. Not always as soon as you post them. I'll kind of put a bit of time aside each week to go through the comments and read them and respond to them. So yeah, definitely let me know what you think of my plans, and let me know what you're doing. So what is it that you're planning to make throughout November? I'm not sure if I will get all these finished in November or whether they will take me into December as well. Just depends on how busy things are in the day job and with family, Christmas shopping and all the rest of it. So have a wonderful week, whatever you're up to, and I will see you very soon. Bye.
Just like a prisoner when his sentence ends, all my dreams are coming true.